Hello, my super moms. Welcome back. So let's begin. Yeah. So number six is vigor. Now, vigor. Let's understand vigor first, rather than directly jumping onto the situations. So vigor means enthusiasm. It is the positive energy which we have for doing our routine hobbies and routine tasks. And lack of vigor is dullness, it's depression, and in extreme cases, it is even the suicidal thoughts. So, if you don't have enthusiasm, there is a lot of dullness even in the routine task, then there is lack of vigor. So, on the left, you have lack of vigor in my life, on the right, you have my life is full of vigor. So people at number one have no excitement in life. Everything is just so dull and boring for them. For example, if you got admission in IIT or an IIM, whatever you work for, you would announce it to your family and friends in a very normal tone. Like it is just a routine for you. There is no excitement. Another example could be you are struggling to conceive. Excuse me. You are struggling to conceive for, let's say, 3 years, and one fine day you find two lines on the pregnancy test, but you say about it to your husband and you to your family in a very normal tone. There is no excitement, no, limitless happiness. So if you connect here, you can circle number one. At number two are those who don't have enthusiasm in routine tasks, but they are very enthusiastic in parties, in festivals, in planning for surprises. So that is Ivy's induced vigor. So in routine, you don't have vigor, but when there is something different from routine, then the atmosphere is created of enthusiasm. So you then get involved in that atmosphere and you become very enthusiastic. So, for example, there is no plan for shopping, and suddenly you got unexpected cash from your husband that go and shop for today for this XYZ amount. So, it was not expected, it was sudden surprise for you. So, you instantly, got that boost of energy and enthusiasm. So, that is induced vigor. If you connect here, you can circle number two. People at number three are very enthusiastic about the routine task also. If any of you have seen the movie Mission Mangal, you can see the Vidya Balan character. She is a scientist at ISRO and she does her routine household work also very enthusiastically. She's very happy about it. So, if you connect with that character, if you can do your routine work with the same enthusiasm as you would do something which is like a surprise or in festivals or marriages, then you can circle number three. If you have enthusiasm for developmental activities, also, you're very enthusiastic about learning new things, you give time to your hobbies, you're enthusiastic about your growth, then you can circle number four. People at number five are enthusiastic about anything and everything. They participate in every activity. They don't have likes or dislikes. For example, a movie is planned to be watched at your home with few of your friends and they don't turn out the last minute. Now, if the situation doesn't turn off your mood, you are very happy and continue watching the movie. It doesn't affect you. You are in the same enthusiasm and vigor. Then you are at number five. People at number five, participate in all the activities, all the festivals. They don't have no's for any activities. So if you connect here, you can circle number five. Fear. So fear, what makes it like what triggers and within you when you hear fear? Well, it's not about those petty fears like darkness or maybe some insects or wild animals and it's not about or maybe swimming for some people. Here we are not talking about such, travel fevers or induced fever. We are talking about fear which is in your thoughts, which is in your nature, which is in your action, which has been with you throughout your life. You may be aware of it, or maybe you'll get aware today. So on the left, we have there is constant fear in my life. On the right, we have there is no fear in my life. Now, people at number one are scared of any change. They don't like changes at all. For example, they don't want to try new dishes. They don't want to meet new people or want to go to the new place. They would eat the same dish. If they go to a restaurant, they would order the same dish again and again. They might not even try new restaurants. They refrain from meeting new people. They don't even travel to new places. So if you connect here, please circle number one. People at number two are adaptable to change. They accept change, but they are scared of failure. So, for example, you are trying a new dish for your family, but there is a constant thought, what if it fails? What if no one likes it? What if it doesn't turn out to be great? And another example could be you start a clothing business. Basically, you're very good at the designing of clothes, stitching clothes, and everyone appreciates your dress style, and you are encouraged to start the clothing business. So you do start it, you accept the change, you start your clothing business from your home, but the thoughts of failure constantly surrounds your mind. What if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I incur loss? So if you are here, you can circle number two. Now, people at number three are optimistic, but in there is a limit to their comfort zone. They would do things, they would go like change of routine, but only within their comfort zone. Say you open a boutique in the our example of clothing business, maybe near your house. So it's very comfortable. You can easily come back. It's very near to you. So you open just one boutique and you're happy about it. But there are no negative thoughts. There are no thoughts of like failure. You are optimistic, but in your comforts. Now, people at number four are those who can work outside their comfort zone, who can take some pain. For example, establishing a clothing brand in different cities, or maybe having more stores in the same city. So, if you can do that, then you are at number four. You can circle it. People at number five have no fear. There is no boundaries. They're just limitless. They are not affected by results. They never think about results. They just be in the moment. For example, again in the clothing brand, it's the global expansion. So the boundaries, the different laws, different place doesn't scare them. They are open. They can talk to anyone. They can deal with any type of situation. So if you connect here, then you can circle number five if you are up for the global expansion of your business and you're very comfortable about it, then you can circle number five. So let's move forward. Eighth is trust. This is a, very interesting emotion because here most of the mothers, they start defending that what can we do? The other peoples are not trustworthy. Other peoples are not worth our trust. So we'll keep those thoughts aside. We'll just evaluate your ability to trust and not the trustworthiness of others. Assume that others are very much trustworthy. They are capable of managing your trust and just focus on evaluating, are you able to trust even when others are trustworthy? So we'll do that. On the left, we have I cannot trust anyone. On the right, we have I can trust everyone easily. So those at number one cannot trust anyone. For example, your husband blindfolds you and then, he feeds you, he tries to feed you. And you refrain, you stop him and say, I cannot eat, I'm being blindfolded. So you have trust issue. You cannot trust what if he feeds you something else, what if we commit some pranks. You just cannot eat. There is some sense of, insecurity, anxiety within you, discomfort within you, and you cannot do it. If you connect here, you can circle one. At number two are those who can trust their family members, but mind is stuck. For example, like in the above example, if we say that you can eat blindfolded when your husband or any family member feeds you. In the other example, suppose it's the first birthday of your kid and you and your husband have divided the work. He will take care of the decor and you would take care of the clothes and the food. And event planners have also been called for the decorations. So your husband is taking care, doing to the best of his capabilities, but your mind is constantly stuck. What if the decor is not your way? What if it's not up very good? What if the event planners don't do it well? And you keep on giving some instructions here and there. Then you are at number two. You cannot leave things to others. Your mind is stuck. You cannot trust them with certain tasks, allocated to them. So if you find yourself here, then you are at number two. You can circle here. At number three are those who can delegate work to their family members. Their mind is not stuck. So, in the above example, if you don't give instructions to your husband, if you are happy with your department of clothes and food, and you don't think about what he must be doing or give any instructions to him, you are at peace, then you are at number three. So, you trust your family members and your mind is not stuck. At number four are the people who can trust unknown people also, but only with non risky work. They cannot trust unknown people with risky work. For example, you shifted to some other place and your old salon is far away. So there is a new salon nearby and you try it. So having a bad haircut is not a very risky thing because hair would grow again in a 2 weeks time. So you give it a try and you're okay with trusting the new hairdresser with this non-risky work. At number five are those who can trust unknown people with risky work also. So, for example, you go out of town and your car just broke, and after walking for 30 minutes, you find a mechanic, and then he checks your car and says that he would have to repair it, and he would deliver the car to your place the next morning. So you're if you cannot give him your car, then you are at number four. If you can trust him and give him your car, you are at number five because you are trusting him with the risky work of giving your car for overnight. So let's move further. Empathy. Let's understand what is empathy. It's not just being sad for others, it's actually stepping into their shoes, feeling their pain, and taking steps to reduce it. It's not just feeling sorry, it is much more than that. It is feeling their pain, feeling their emotions, realizing what they must be going through, and then taking actions accordingly. So, on the left, we have I'm not affected by others' pain. On the right, we have I'm easily affected by others' pain. So, when you can't feel misery, even for your husband or your kid, you are at number one. Suppose your kid has high fever and you are very neutral, like, okay, it's okay, we are giving him the medicine and he will be fine. You don't feel his pain. You don't have any empathy towards him, then you are at number one. At number two are those who feel the empathy for their husband and kid only, but they don't feel empathy for other family members, friends, neighbors, or anyone else. For example, your neighbor has a 5-year-old kid and he just got fractured, but you are untouched by this incident. You don't feel anything with it. Feeling here means it's very much deeper. You have to get into their shoes. If you are just sad or superficially, then you are not here. You can circle here. You are not like further. You can really circle here and just don't listen to the other situation. So basically, we are not talking about just superficial being, oh, that's so bad, oh, this shouldn't have happened. Here we are talking about empathy, in which you genuinely feel very sad for them. You feel their pain. So here, if you cannot feel the pain of your neighbor's kid, what he must be going through, then you circle here at number two. At number three, we have those who feel the pain for the family, the known ones, for the society members. For example, in the above example, for the 5-year-old kid, you ask about his health, you cook meals for him, you talk to him, ask about the medicines and whatever you guide them. So if you do that, you actually feel his pain, then you are at number three. At number four are those people who feel the empathy for a particular community or the city, or it can be for any particular thing also. For example, pets, dogs, cats, birds. So those people are at number four. People at number five have empathy for the whole world. There is no differentiation within them. For example, you were driving and you see the other car or maybe your car hit a dog, and you then immediately get out of your car and take him to the hospital. You're If you do it just because you're a dog lover, then you come at number four. And if you do it because the animal has been hurt, then you are at number five. Another example is you are at park and you see a couple had some fight and now the lady is crying. Now you knew Reiki, you went there and maybe try to ease her pain, give her Reiki, and you feel her pain. You don't like anyone else is crying. You want to do something to comfort them. So if you connect here, you can circle at number five. You're easily affected by others' pain. Now we are in 10. I know it's very difficult to go through this evaluation, but it's worth the journey. At the end of it, you would realize you have become a better person. You would know your flaws, and consciously or subconsciously, you would start working on it. Just keep it in your mind, and it would be an amazing journey. And just look at the questions with an open mind and be very flexible about it. So, gratitude is who you are, what you have, and where you are in your life. It's knowing that we as human on this planet is a miracle. It's no less than a miracle. And feeling that every new day is a blessing for us. That's gratitude at its best. So at left, we have I'm not grateful for anything in my life. And on right, we have I'm grateful for everything in my life. So people at number one don't find any miracles in their daily life. They don't have wow moment. Just have very dull life. They're not grateful for anything and they think that they've always got less than what they deserve. If you connect here, you can circle number one. People at number two are not grateful for the routine life, but not for the small things, but they are very grateful for the big surprises. It makes them very happy and they really appreciate others who give them surprises. For example, you got a Singapore holiday, you know, package from your father-in-law on your anniversary. So it was unexpected and you become very happy and you were very grateful to him. But at the same time, you're not grateful to your husband for packing the lunchbox for your kid or to your father-in-law or mother-in-law for bringing fruits at home. So the small things are, very unappreciated in your life and you appreciate just the big things in your life. If you connect here, you can circle number two. And at number three are those who are grateful for small things, but they're not grateful to people. So if they get things, so they are grateful about it, but they're not grateful for the person they have in life. They don't value people. They value things more than the value for people. At number four are those who value both things and people, but they don't take failures well. They're not grateful for failures. So if things are right in their life, they are very happy, they are very grateful. But if things don't go their way, then they are ungrateful and they crib about it and they don't accept failures well. People at number five are grateful for anything and everything. They love experiences. There is no positive or negative experiences, no such thing as good thing or bad thing. They accept everything with gratitude and they just move ahead in life as the life flows. So they are grateful for anything and everything, even for the failures, even for the bad incidences, even for the trust breaks or bad quality products, for frauds. They are grateful for anything and everything. They just take it as an experience and move ahead in life. So if you connect here, you can circle number five. So here we went through next set of five questions. And again, we take a break for 2 or 5 minutes and come back for the last set of five questions. And then we will evaluate our score and know what we need to do further. Right? So I'll see you in the next video. Do come back, don't skip it. It's very important. And as I said earlier, this module is the heart of this course. So we'll do it. We'll give it our best, right? And remember, Garbh Sanskar is not easy, but it's right thing to do, right? So I'll see you in the next video, in a very short time, right? If you want any break, you can have some movement because see, if we sit for long now, tamas gathers in the body. So to increase the sattva, we need to move. We need movement. So, like if it's said for the 30 minutes of sitting, you break it 25 minutes of sitting and 5 minutes of movement. So that it keeps you going. You can take a short break for you and have a washroom break. You can drink water, have some quick snacks, and come back. So I'll see you in the next video.